Oh yeah, here it is. Should Alex try to survey the area? An unseen force guides Alex's hand towards the painting, compelling to look behind it. She reaches out and pulls back the painting and discovers a chapter page hidden behind it. Roberto's spirit was aiding me. Doug, when are you gonna go get food and laundry?
The Black Guardian grows restless, my liege. Its hunger increases, and the binding continues to weaken. We feed it flesh, but I fear it will not guard the relic too much longer.
There is no choice in the matter. It must remain and guard the artifact until the time of planetary alignment. After that, the Guardian may return to its lair. Our master does not like failure. It is imperative to keep the binding intact.
Then we have to find more flesh and bone.
A war to end all wars, huh? Does anyone know the war to end all wars?
The war to end all
I mean, now is a good
wars
stopping point.
redefined how mankind looked at war and the value of human life. Over 19,000 men lost their lives every day in the trenches of the Somme. Some say uselessly, some invoke a higher cause. I read accounts of the slaughter from many journalists who spent time in the trenches, but I found the account of a certain Peter Jacob to be the most horrible of all. His implication about the ancients' involvement with the war was hideous and so obvious. With the horror of the Battle of the Somme scant miles away and the distant echoes of pounding artillery, a young journalist named Peter Jacob researched his latest story from the front lines.
1916.
His grim task brought him
Halfway through the World War.
now transformed into a field hospital.
This is probably the scariest chapter in my opinion.
I find no solace in the purpose behind all the senseless violence that surrounds me. Young men die at a rate unheard of in centuries of warfare. Shelling, machine guns, and mustard gas rip, pierce, and burn their flesh. Men soak gauze in their own urine to stop the insidious gas. The hospitals here cannot cope with the torrent of wounded.
This one's kind of long. That's my warning. I'm a soldier, and we're in relatively modern times. Maybe I'll get a gun. My inventory has a lucky penny, an old coin marked with a particular manner, in a particular manner. Whoever holds this penny will undoubtedly receive good fortune. This weapon. It's a flash pan. It's a photographer's flash pan. Combustible powders that when ignited create a large white flash. This can be used to stun some enemies. It inflicts no damage. And you've got its limited fires. This is a useless item. Oh yeah, got lots and lots of magic, got a fair amount of health, got no sanity. Of course a soldier would have incredible low sanity. I was admitted to this hospital on Tuesday. The damage caused to my legs was slight, but there's no way I could ever walk normally again. I hate this place. Every day I'm reminded that I will never be able to do the things I love. Hospital's a very strange place. Converted from an old cathedral, there's an odd atmosphere about it. Sound, but for the words of the wounded calling out into the night, there is no doubt it is haunted. What I find most odd is the place you never see anyone leave during the day. It's not right. No goodbyes or farewells. It's just an empty bed when you wake. That's troubling. This guy has relatively fast run speed and relatively high endurance, which makes him kind of a fun character to play as. Morphine, tourniquets, antiseptics. Dang, all the bodies. Leave anything for us? Just bodies. Soldier's letter. I've been here for a week now. There's no word when I will be allowed to leave. Strange things have happened. At night, the sounds of the hospital change. Echoes of voices that don't belong to anyone haunt the walls and corridors. The restless ghosts, perhaps, or sounds of movement or whispers. I've seen war firsthand. The sounds at night in the hospital scare me more than I've ever thought possible. What's going on here at night? Why do I feel so threatened? My fears are worsened by the talk of other young soldiers. One said he had heard cries for help in the middle of the night, cries that were only answered by snarls of rage, and not compassion. Another said Lance Corporal Haskell has not been discharged but had gone missing. I stare at his empty bed with a sense of unholy dread gnawing at my heart. This area is a bit creepy. I think you can ring the bell, but it doesn't do anything. No, you cannot even ring the bell. I really like the early parts of chapters when you haven't received like the Tome of Eternal Darkness and there's still this I don't want to say normalcy. Okay, I do get tired. But there's no like threat. I mean, there's a threat. There's like more threat than ever. With another motherly voice, the nurse advises Peter get some rest. Faint sounds of moaning emanate from behind the linen veils. Whispered utterances, frantic prayer to loved ones, words offered only by those who face their mortality. War is hell. Whoa. That's a 7-point. I feel like it's worth mentioning that the 3-point was found in this cathedral and the 5-point was also found in this cathedral. So, you know. Maybe we'll find the 7-point. Sealed envelope. Soldier's orders. I can use it. Private Thompson. By order of Lieutenant Hargraves, behalf of the HRH, His Royal Highness George V, you are to leave your post of duty and rally in the street outside Oubliette Cathedral. God save the king. I'm not so up to date on my royalty. Hello, dead guy. The only true heroes are in the mortuary. I'm always a bit slow on the uptake in this area. I always forget what you're supposed to do. Not this time. I've got to show these soldiers' orders to this guy. Bloody hell, lad. I feel stupid for even equipping this thing. Whoa. These posters declare that the Allies are fighting the good fight. This room is full of bodies. A gun? But what kind of gun? A bomb. A bomb. Stacked like logs, Peter stands before the price of human war. The bloody corpses of young men who have made the ultimate sacrifice to defend their own countries and those of others. This gun is Lowell Model 1892 revolver. Introduced prior to World War I. A double action pistol with a 6-shot swing out cylinder chambered for 8mm French service ammunition. Neat. Oh, hey, the tome. Roberto. There's not much implying the Tome of Eternal Darkness is Mandrox, except that its name is always written in purple, and what you ultimately end up doing with it. So right now I have no weapon, and I'm being chased by various bone thieves, which is kind of problematic. I mean, I have a gun. I could just shoot them, but I don't want to. I acquired the rifle. Got some pretty low sanity right now. Get that sanity back. Like the Marie Celeste, the desk hasn't been touched in some time. Neat. .303 rifle ammunition. Let's examine the rifle. The Lee Enfield Mark III bolt-action rifles are legends of their own time. Completely reliable even under adverse conditions, over 3 million were produced in Britain, India, and Australia. So I'm well equipped with guns. I can't read that. Hello, rat. But these are not friends. I'm always stressed to fuck before the game gives me a melee weapon. It's so difficult to kill most enemies without a melee weapon. Trappers. These, however. Gives it a spin. Infield. Old rusty but faithful for many years, the coal boiler provides heat and steam to the cathedral complex. Turn that wheel. Can't see shit, Captain. Shit, there was still a trapper in there. Perched on the wall, besides the generators, an open-faced fuse box. A fuse appears to be missing. In a rush of inventiveness, Peter jams the lucky penny in the place of the fuse. Amazingly, it works. The fuse has been repaired. Aren't pennies made out of zinc or something? Maybe they were made out of... They're classically made out of copper, but I think the copper composition is incredibly low. Is zinc that good at conducting electricity? I know copper is. I just turned on the electricity here. Pop. Now I can see shit, Captain. Hole in the wall. Big enough for a small dog to pass through. You don't say. What's up, Billies? Hello, soldier. This guy has boarded up in here, and his body is holding the door shut, but then he died. I will send him to the Trapper Dimension. He will actually remain in the Trapper Dimension for the rest of the game. I just straight up send a corpse to the Trapper Dimension. Hello, 7-point circle of power. This is all cool, but can I please get a melee weapon? That's some creepy noises. That's what I always think when I send him there. His corpse will remain in that thing for all eternity. Alright, before I go up here, shit, I went up there. Back down. I want to do a 7-point reveal invisible. So now that I have the new 7-point runes, absorb, area, I can make every single spell in the game. The only spell I'm missing is creature summon. So I now have all spells. Protect. Self. I guess I'll do an enchant item 7. That's absorb item. No, what is it? Project item. Damn it, I did it in 3-point. I didn't even realize. Dispel magic 7, I definitely need at some point. Got a shield in all 3. Damage field. This is the defense one, right? Don't need that. Recover would be nice. That's absorb self. Narcot, Fentech, Solotop. Summon zombie. I'll worry about these ones later. Oh yeah, I forgot to do the thing I actually need to do. Let's cast reveal invisible 7-point red. Hey. I apologize for that. It was a very abrupt sneeze. Missing its handle? Shh, I don't remember that. Go away, Bone Thief. Bone Thieves are less scary when you're running. Hey.
Ah, sweet Alex. Many centuries I've waited for you. You are mine. Don't disappoint me now. I've waited such a long time, Alex.
Never! I know what you are. I've seen what happened.
You
Pious.
will try to fight me, but in the end you shall succumb to my desires. My foolish child, you don't even know your own destiny.
Get away from me!
Oh, that was weird. Oh god. No. Oh, I forgot about that. These Bone Thieves dodge bullets. You can't shoot them. R.I.P. I completely forgot about that. But thieves are immune to guns. Hello, hand and a half. This weapon is present for all, for everything in this area. That fully healed my sanity. Hit them. Hit them. There you go. I don't think I've ever saved that lady before. I didn't really save her, you know what I mean? I like got the bone thief off her by hitting her with a sword. Oh well, she's alive. That's like the important thing. So I finally have a fucking melee weapon. Which means I finally get to have some fun. And I got the torch. Oh, hello. Alex Rivers could have been in Smash if more people asked for her. I don't know where the fuck I'm supposed to go. I've done everything I can think to do. This lady doesn't even have words for me. Oh. She thanks me for saving her life. That lady is notoriously hard to save. Oh, yes. Sheet of music. I remember it. I hear an enemy wandering around. Hello. I think this chapter goes relatively fast at this point. Yeah, here's the path down. Now I'm into the catacombs. The catacombs are... oh, fucking bone thieves. The catacombs are not particularly involved. Even on the fucking harder areas. Stop being alive, enemies. Does anyone remember what's in this cathedral? That shield spell was very useful. finishing off every enemy like I don't care. It's like the way that you normally play the game. There's a lot of doors in this room. Hello, Trapper. Despite being terrifying in their own right, trappers are pretty easy to kill. Soldier's letter, what's that doing down here? It's been 2 weeks since Haskell went missing, and I'm afraid to go to sleep. More than once I saw shadows of people moving past my bed, peeking through the blinds to see a wounded soldier being taken from his bed, drugged and delirious in the dead of the night, never to be seen again. As Haskell was, perhaps as I will be. What happened to them, I don't know. I am afraid to ask what happened, for I know that I would surely be the next one to be taken into the darkness. Trappers and shit. I should use my rifle a little bit just because I have it. It's kind of a cool weapon. Binding hall key. It's hard to be scared when you have such a thing as a shield spell. This game is cool because although it's a horror game, and thus the fear kind of goes once you get an understanding of the mechanics, it's still interesting because of the way the sanity mechanic works. It doesn't stop being a kind of cool game.
Oh, but fusing the magic.
The fuck? I didn't even try and shoot. Is that an insanity effect or what? Milky blue bottle stands on the altar. Magical elixir. This is a one-of-a-kind item. It's only in this chapter. It's kind of cool. A sip from it, it's got 3 sips, I think. Five sips. A sip from it fully restores your magic. And I feel like it's worth mentioning that I have the highest magic pool of almost any character. Hey guys. Bells are creepy. Whoever decided that was 100% right. I need full sanity for this upcoming part. I actually don't need any sanity at all for this upcoming part. Hello, dead guy. Guy's face got eaten. Metal. Magical attack. This is one of the more important spells in the game. This is the first time you need it, and thus it's abruptly just kind of given to you. You should have already figured it out, though. I guess face got eaten too. So there's the ornate door leading to the room. What do I want to do here? First order of business, let's bind a shield spell. 5-point red. And let's cast it. This fight is different depending on your playthrough. There's 3 different ways this fight can go. The first and only offensive spell. Just getting some of my magic back. I could probably just drink the potion, honestly. I'm gonna bind 5-point magical attack. Still missing 3 spells. I bound 3-point magical attack. Oh, I've only learned 3-point magical attack. So magical attack is... what is it? Project area? I don't remember. Yeah, it is project area. All my spells are red because I'm doing the green playthrough and red is super effective to green. Alright, let's do this. Fear creeps into his gut and begins to eat at his soul. So when fucking Paul Luther ran into this thing, he sort of just got killed immediately. Let's hope that we, with our increased knowledge that this thing exists, will not just get creamed by it. The essence of Chaturga. Enemy is still cool. This boss fight is different every playthrough. Not every playthrough, but depending on your rune. And I do not remember how to fight it. I don't think your weapon matters much. Did I just unequip my weapon? Smart. I think you can only hurt it when vulnerable. Oh, there we go. No. Yeah, that did nothing. That wasted my magic. Dang it. I think it reveals when it's vulnerable. Okay, do you mind? Holy shit, when's it done? Should I just shoot it? Sure is doing this attack a lot. I guess I'll attempt to shoot it and see what happens. That did nothing. Oh, you could even go back here. Maybe it only does this attack when you're too close to it. Let's attempt to back up. See if it changes patterns. Oh, it's doing its thing. I was too slow. Gotcha. Magical attack red. Let's drink some of that potion. You get enough time for a 5. Changing attack pattern. You just have to hit it during its recovery. It summons some creatures. Pop. Wow, this gun is strong enough to knock enemies over. Fast reload too. Shields can allow you to cast spells, because if enemies attack you while you're casting, they'll just take the shield. It's kind of cool. These enemies are slightly weaker than normal, and I have a good sword. Alright, do your long range thing. Fucking bitch, do your long range thing. Like I said, I have to do a few waves of enemies. Magical attack spell has really good range. Dang it. Alright, do that again. For long range. Your sanity straight up does not matter this battle. It affects literally nothing. Oh, it's doing its thing. Are you kidding me? I got the other 3, but I didn't get the boss. I think I have to wait for it to summon, and then chill for a second, and then cast a 7-point offensive. As soon as the 3rd one's summoned. Let's drink some of that elixir. Let's do this. Magical attack 7-point red. Yo, I got it. Yo, 7-point. 7-point is pretty strong. This boss fight's cool. Drink up my magical elixir. So now you can only be next to it. Six, 7, 8. Hey. This thing is cool as hell. I really dig this boss fight. I like the music, I like the enemy design, I like the strategy. Did I win? Got him. The essence of Chaturga. The Guardian of Zelatoth vanquished. The stained glass that kept it hidden lying in pieces. The essence of Chaturga is now liberated. Its magic beckons to Peter, calling to him. He approaches cautiously. Peter reaches out for the artifact, but pulls away as he feels its corrosive magic close to his hand. Wrapping his hands in a shred of clothing, he carefully lifts the artifact from its resting place. 69 years later.
And that was how I came by it. I know it sounds crazy, but there you have it. The only proof I have is that statue.
It's a strange one. I've seen one like it before.
You have?
Yes. Very rare, though. Very obscure.
I've had experts take a look at it, and none of them know what it is. And you do.
I'm somewhat of an expert on these things myself. An interest I developed a long time ago while I was a young man.
Then you should keep it. Lord knows I have no interest in it. I am sure it's the cause of my sleeplessness. I keep thinking about it, as if it's calling out to me.
Then a drink, perhaps. For the gift. For an unusual objet d'art.
Neat. So Peter Jacob probably had a bunch of sleepless nights. But, you didn't die. There was one thing that was considered too graphic for the game, and they cut it out. Oh, I got the lucky penny. And I remember reading about it. Let's drop a recover sanity. I wonder what it feels to have a recover sanity spell cast on you. You just feel like super level-headed.
Help me! Please help me!
But anyway, the thing that was considered too graphic for the game. Hold on, man.
I can't get the blood out!
Basement key. Was a scene where one of the characters, it has never been, I don't think it's been said who, one of the characters committed suicide. And I think fans speculate that it was either Peter Jacob or one other character that we've yet to meet. Like there was going to be a scene where one of the characters who just had fucking this thing haunt them their entire life. Killed themselves. So now we're finally in the basement. Pump action shotgun. Let's check this thing out. 7 bullets. Winchester Model 1300 Defender. It's quite possibly one of the finest pump action shotguns available. Unique slide action operates a rotating bolt, and unlocking is recoil assisted, making it very fast and smooth to cycle. Hell yeah. We're well equipped. Shotgun shells. This room. This room is very interesting. Brass framework hangs above the ceiling, cradling the globe in the observatory above. It seems to have been modified, now part of some elaborate locking mechanism. I cannot do anything in this room. That room, there's a little bit of lore in that room. Shotgun shells. Fuse box. Let's put that lucky penny in there. Yay. There's a safe down here. Let me go get the chapter page, and then I'll Take up 45. Journal of Maximilian Roivas. I sought to love all, yet now love causes me pain and suffering. I have learned to fear nothing, although it is nothing that I most fear. All that relieth to me now, never among my worst enemies. There it is. A legacy of darkness. And we get a vision.
You are not free to leave this plane until you complete a task for me. You are to hunt and kill the master of this house. Do this one thing, and you will be free. Else fear the wrath of Zelaton. Everything is complete for your arrival, Master. Now we must wait for the planets to align, and that is not too many years from now. Another Roivas has crossed our path. This time, we will not be so merciful.
Mercy has no place in this world. It has only a place for me.
He will meet such a horrible death that the rest of the line will never set foot in his house again.
Pray to me that they don't. Pray to me anyway.
Zelatoth, best character. Alright, I'm gonna save. This is my stopping point. Go do the things that you need to do. I think there's 3 chapter pages left in the game. 2 of them are very similar to each other. Or I think there's 2 chapter pages left in the game. Yeah. We've got another in Persia. We're done in Amiens. We've still got the Roivas estate. What's the other area? Oh, Cambodia. We're done in Cambodia.